Right, all I can say is congratulations. What was it, 40-36?
Yeah.
I didn't see a round, I didn't see anything there, so I'm very, very sorry. You're going to have to go through with it. Go on.
No, it was just, as we expected, it was awkward. It was a back foot fighter, very awkward. I think worse than we thought, didn't it?
Actually, in the interview before, we were speaking about this, and he was saying he was the opponent you probably least wanted.
Yeah, we was happy with it again, but it happens. I think we adapted well because we've been preparing for Riaz, who was a front foot fighter, completely different. But no, it was alright. I enjoyed it, which is the main thing. Really.
Well, the main thing is it's 3-0 for the VIP boys.
Yeah, it's been a good night tonight.
And all good performances.
Yeah.
I say I didn't see yours, so I'm really sorry, but I was really impressed with Carlo Motti. Beautiful footwork.
Adam Ridge as well.
Yes, Adam was really good, but again, Adam is a similar opponent to yourself. You know, you just got to make sure they don't mess around, and I think you both managed to do that, and be in control of the fight and win every round, and that's the best you can hope for when you fight with them, because you're two of the most experienced journeymen around there.
I think the main thing tonight as well was not trying to hit him too hard, because I think we see so many people box Al Hamidi, they try and hit him hard, and you can't because he's so awkward to it. So the main thing was stay busy, stay relaxed, and just try and let your shots go, cut the ring off. And I thought he did a really good job because he is tremendously awkward.
And was it everything you expected, Damien? Because I mean, this is something that you've probably dreamt about for a long time, and suddenly, I mean, I know you've been involved with a lot of pros and you've managed pros and all that before, but these like you say, you know, since you were 10 years old, you've been trained by Damien, and it must have been a little bit emotional for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Like you say, I think every coach, when they start out, you want to take someone from schoolboy to junior to youth to senior, and then into the pros, like so. That's what we've done tonight. So yeah, it is a bit. It's a nice night. Like it's a nice occasion. I'm proud of the other two, but this one's a bit different because we go back so far. So yeah, I'm pleased with his performance. I'm glad he got a good performance, and he had the fans there. It was great.
Well, I know it's a little bit too soon to say anything like this, but where do you expect these three can go? Because I mean, they were all good performances. And I'll say I was really, really blown away by Kyle. I managed to watch all the fight there. And he was with a giant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And you know, I lied. I think I seen the first about minute of the first round, and you just got that jab working of yours, which is a beautiful weapon. And I think it's become a real weapon with yourself. I mean, I remember in your last amateur fight, even though you didn't get the nod, it was a lovely weapon. Yeah. And I don't think you boxed for a year as well when I watched that.
We've worked on it as well. He used to tap with it a lot and just pour with it. Where we've worked on it being a proper punch now. That, you know, the jab as hard as his backhand basically, like. And we can mix the power up with it, but we have worked really hard on making sure it's a proper shot, like, and that he can get respect from people with it.
And so it must be working because you're in great demand because you're a southpaw and you're at that weight category. That's quite an exciting weight category. Tommy Coyle, quite a few other fighters have been asking to use you as a sparring partner.
Yeah, it's been perfect. We've had a lot of top level quality sparring, haven't we? I think, like Damien said, you know, even last year it was just touch with a jab and try and land that backhand, where now it's a stiff jab and control the pace with it, like you said. That's what we have.
But it's crazy though, isn't it, though? You know how suddenly something can change. I mean, most of the amateurs, I was talking to Jake Hager, a few other good kids who are doing really well. They make that transform from amateur to pro, and suddenly they look totally different fighters. And I remember Jake was a little bit similar, you know, he usually, and even Kyle, before his last year as an amateur, prior to that, he didn't really use the jab as a weapon. And suddenly you all do it, and you're doing it with ease, like you've been doing it all your life. And it seems to be that it's only happened over the last 12 months.
I think looking at it now, I wish I'd have done it sooner, because maybe, you know, some of the amateur fights would have gone differently.
The different sports, though, you have to remember that the different sports. In the amateurs, you train a certain way because you're trying to win a fight on a different type of judging. To the pros.
I suppose so. You can't really afford to plant your feet, can you?
You can't. And you know, even tonight he couldn't plant his feet really. To answer your question before, where do I think they can all go? It's difficult to tell at the beginning, isn't it? Because they fight the type of people they fight tonight. You're going to get 4 rounds every time. you only really start to see where they're going to go when they step up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think based on tonight and based on what we've seen in the gym and the way they've prepared, they can all have good futures. You know, Steve will look after them. They'll get plenty of fights. They'll get the right fights to learn from at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They can all. They're all experienced boxers. So
I was going to say you've had about 90 amateur fights, wasn't it?
he's had about 70 odd.
70.
Adam's had about 60 odd. So they can do what they want if they're committed and dedicated. They can do whatever they want.
But even though Kyle Motti only had, I think, 36 amateur fights.
Yeah.
All of them, certainly the last 26 of them, were all against top quality opponents in the country.
Yeah, and it stands you in good stead. Like you say, they all get good sparring, so they're all prepared well, and it's basically up to them now. Steve will do his job, I'll do mine, it's up to them now.
I just said I'm going to be spoiled. I mean, I've got you three here in the amateur side of the amateur gym where I can come down in the evenings, and during the day we just had the holy trinity of boxing there, you know, with Amir Khan, Carl Franson, Martin Murray, Rocky Fielding, Jamie Moore. It's like who's who of British boxing now in that gym.
We said that the other day, didn't we? The gym's absolutely bouncing at the moment, so anything could happen.
But I mean, it must give you great confidence knowing that they're training in the same gym as you,
definitely.
and you know you get to move around with them and listen to them, and you know it must be. You know, these guys know it and done it and been there on the biggest stages ever.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. It'd be nice if we could, you know, if we can mix in with some of them. Like I know Kyle's done sparring. Kyle's sparred with Rocky Fielding before.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice if we can do some rounds with Martin. Kyle Frampton, I don't. He is a lot lighter, but I know that he spars heavier guys. So
yeah, he's a little beast, isn't he?
He is. So you know, maybe we can pick up a few rounds. But it's just being around that environment, and it's watching how they do things and how they train and how they prepare for fights, and that's where you learn. So we're blessed at our gym that we've got loads of it to.
Well, that's the best thing about boxing, isn't it? You never stop learning, do you? So
no.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
And do you want to thank some of the sponsors?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. First of all, obviously to everyone who bought tickets, I was saying earlier, I don't think we expected to do as well as we did. 90 plus tickets, and you know the atmosphere, as you seen, was amazing. Got quite a lot of sponsors. I've had Lean and Mean Cafe. They've been helping me with my diet, which I've made weight comfortably.
Yeah.
And still had the energy. I felt best condition I've been in. I've had Darren Marsh at DPM Performance. He's been helping me with strength and conditioning. Serene Spa, they did a jacuzzi massages and all that last week for me, Carl, and
You should go to those places when I was younger.
yeah.
Oh, is it not one of them?
Not one of them. Slightly different. Obviously,
I didn't, Mum. I never went to those places, honest.
Q8 as well. They've helped with a lot of financial side. They've helped with medical costs and all sorts. We've got a lot here. Mag Metals, that's my brother-in-law. He's helped find me a lot of these sponsors and shift a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
And I don't think, like I was saying earlier, I don't think without the support from them and obviously everybody else, I don't think I'd be here now. And obviously, as you mentioned, I've been with Damien since 10 years old, and I think in that 14 years, I don't think I've ever looked like changing clubs. You get kids who change for whatever reasons, but you know, he knows.
Well, loyalty is a
me.
nice thing. It's not often found in boxing. Sometimes it's a missing ingredient a lot of the time.
I've tried to make him change clubs, but he just won't go.
But I think he knows me well. He knows how to get me ready, and he knows how to, because we've had in the past where I lose a bit of concentration, and you know how to keep me focused. So I'm just happy that from the amateurs to the pros now. And
yeah, it's a special thing. I'm looking forward to see. I think we're going to see many of these journeys with coaches, you know, from the amateurs bringing their boys through, and I'm really looking forward to it because, you know, I work a lot with the amateurs, and it's always a special bond, and it's a bond that has to be broken most times, and it seems sad that it is. And now that's not always necessarily the case.
I think it's quite an important thing because, like he said, if you've had someone in the gym a long time since they were a child, you know what makes them tick, you know how to speak to them, how to behave with them. You have that experience, and if they have to then go to a different gym where they don't know anyone, they might not get the best out of them.
Yeah. You've got the guy
starting all over again, haven't you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've got a couple of years of the fight himself learning to be a pro, and then you've got a couple of years of that guy, you know, the coach learning to coach him as a new professional fighter. I think, you know, like I say, you've been nurturing for the last year into becoming a pro. You've started making those changes, so he was ready, and it wasn't too much of a shock. It looked like a very natural progression for you.
Like I said, with Damien and Richard, your dad, you've been in with the pros for years, haven't you? So I've had both sides, I've been exposed to both sides of it, so nothing's been a shock going into it. So
well, congratulations.
Yeah,
See you.
thanks a lot.
Bye.